Hello and welcome, Divya this side. Now, before I even start this video, I want to tell you that if you're someone who believes that they are not good at sales, or that they are not a natural salesperson, or that everyone else will always be better than them at sales, let me tell you, you have stumbled across the right video. In this video, I am going to give you the exact reasons why you are not confident at sales. And then I'll walk you through some of the most effective strategies with which you can not only boost your confidence at sales, but also attract the right clients to your business. Now, if this is something that speaks to you, stay tuned till the end of the video. Hey, before I even start this video or dive in deep into how can you be more confident at sales, I want you to promise me one thing, that you are going to apply all of this knowledge to your business right away. Whatever we get free, it's a human tendency that we just take it lightly, but this, I promise, is going to be a value packed video, and do apply all of the tips that I share with you in this video and you will see some really amazing changes in your business. So let's start and let's begin with the reasons why you can't sell confidently. First of all, we'll talk about the reasons why you are not currently confident at sales. So there are two reasons. I have broken this down into two. One is limiting beliefs. All of us have some or the other limiting beliefs. Today we are going to specifically talk about limiting beliefs around selling. What are limiting beliefs first of all? Any belief that keeps you from achieving your goals is a limiting belief. So for example, I want to lose weight and I think that I am too overweight to be able to lose weight. Something like that, which is keeping me from achieving my goals, is a limiting belief. So anything which is keeping you from being able to sell confidently is a limiting belief. Let me share some of the most common examples with you, and you can work on your limiting beliefs after looking at these. Alright, so the first one here on the list is I should help people and not think of money. So this is a very common limiting belief. We could have picked up these beliefs from our parents, from our peer groups, even from the movies that we watched as a kid or even now. So whatever we see, we inculcate that into our belief system. So if this is your belief that you should always be helping people and not ask for money, this actually used to be my belief. And I literally worked upon it, and today is the day when I was able to charge my the income that I deserve, the fee that I deserve. So this is the actual day where I could fully, with confidence, ask one of my clients the entire fee without even shaking a bit. So let me share that with you also. The first one is I should help people and not think of money. Now, why does that even come to our minds? Is because we think that when we are selling, we are being greedy or something like that. But let me tell you that sales is, of course, a form of service. People who pay money pay attention. Now, you need to know, like, I want to, probe you into thinking how many times did you get something for free, and tell me how seriously did you take it. It could be a free video, it could be a free coaching session, it could be a free food festival or something like that which you got tickets for, but how seriously did you take it? That's true. It's human tendency to not take free things seriously. So sales is actually a form of service. You are helping people. When they will pay you money, they will give their attention also. Think of the times when you actually paid money and how serious were you for the things that you paid for. This is actually absolutely true. So you need to work on this belief of yours that you should just help people and not think of money. These both can go hand in hand. You can help people and still be more confident at sales. The second one is I am not smart, experienced, credible enough to talk to C-level executives or to anybody for that matter, to your ideal clients who you want to sell to. Okay, this is like saying I am not ready yet. I am not credible enough right now to be able to talk to my clients. But let me tell you with an example of Bill Caskey, who's the author of the Same Game New Rules and co-host of the Advanced Selling podcast. He says that he still worries about being smart enough to go toe to toe with the CEO at a big company. Can you believe it? So that happens with all of us, but he still takes action, which is the most important thing to do. You will never be perfect, okay? So this is something like imposter syndrome, where you are constantly striving for perfectionism and not taking action, which is actually holding you back from achieving your goals. So you need to decide whether you want to be perfect right away. You want to spend this entire time not selling, not earning money, not being able to invest back into your business, or do you want to take action and learn on the job? This is similar as training on the job. So you will learn as you do give value to others. You are ready now and you need to trust it. Okay. So you need to, identify this limiting belief if it is there, and, pick it up or uproot it and then replace it with empowering beliefs. I am going to tell you how exactly can you do it, but let us talk about this third limiting belief, which is even more common. This is there isn't enough money or enough clients in market, or something like my potential clients can't afford my products or services, or that my products are too costly for them. So there could be many versions of this limiting belief, but this is like saying that there isn't enough. Okay, there isn't enough money or there aren't enough clients in the market who can buy my services or products. Now let me tell you, or maybe think of right away, think of your clients who you think have zero money to pay you. Now think if they get a Mercedes at an offer price of 5 lakhs. Okay, will they arrange money to buy it? They will, of course, isn't it? Anybody who you give a valuable thing at a very discounted price, will they not, take a loan or something like that to arrange money for that? So this is about value. If they consider your product or your service to be valuable, they will of course take a loan or manage money from any other means, even if they don't currently have it. It's about how much is it valuable to them. So you need to create that value and not think about how much money do your clients possess or how many clients are out there. It is and should only be about the value that you are adding to their lives with your offerings, right? Now, the fourth one, which is again very common, I am not a natural salesperson. I am somebody who used to think it all the time. I used to think that I am an introvert, I can never make sales, and things like that. But let me tell you that sales is a learnable skill, just like writing or cooking, etc. Right? So it is as learnable as cycling. You learn those skills and you can learn selling also. Yes, of course, there are people who are naturally born with this talent, but of course, there are people who have learned this skill and are doing really amazing. So, these were some of the limiting beliefs that hold you back from being able to sell or being confident at selling. The second, the most prominent reason is lack of clarity. Why you are not being able to sell could be because you are not clear. Now, clear about what? Let's talk about it. It's lack of clarity about your audience, lack of clarity about your message, and lack of clarity about your offerings. Now, if you don't know who are you selling to, if you have not narrowed down your niche, if you've not narrowed down your audience, you will never be able to sell. Why? Because you don't know who are you selling to, what are their pain points, what are their struggles, what benefits will your offerings offer to them. Okay, so you don't know that, and this will keep you from being confident and being good at sales, because you are not psychologically and emotionally being able to connect with people who you are talking to, right? The second one is lack of clarity about your message. Now, if you still know about your audience, but you don't know what do you want to tell them, what is the benefit that you're offering, or what is your offering all about, how is it going to add value to their lives? If you're not clear about your message that you want to deliver, you will not be able to connect with them again, and you will not be confident at sales. The third reason is lack of clarity about your offerings. If you don't know what is your offering and what is the value that you are giving to them, so for example, you are a handmade crafter or something like that. If you're not clear about what are your offerings, what all can you make for them? You can make coasters, you can make paintings, you can make a hell lot of stuff for them, but what exactly do you want to sell to whom? What are your different types of audience, and what is the exact offering that you want to give to them? There could be different niches that you could be working with, but who exactly are you targeting for which product or service? You need to be really clear about that. So we've covered so far the reasons why you can't sell, but here comes the exciting part. How can you overcome these selling barriers? This is going to be really interesting. I would recommend that you stay tuned till the end of the video. These were the reasons, but now I am going to give you practical steps on how you can overcome these barriers. I've jotted down 4 points that have worked for me and for my clients really well. The first one is journaling. This is one of my favorites. So, the first one is write down 15 incidents from your everyday life where you unconsciously sell. Yes, you do. You don't trust me? You, of course, sell unconsciously all the time. You sell to your partner to take you out. You sell to your kids to eat healthy. You sell to your pets to listen to you. You unconsciously sell the entire day. Now, I want you to pick 15 activities or incidents from your everyday routine where you unconsciously sell, and see how good you are at it, and to notice that you weren't even aware of this skill of yours, of this talent of yours. I want you to identify these incidents and write down your ability, your natural ability to sell. All right, this is going to boost your confidence big time. Trust me on that. The second one that you need to write down is write down this statement on the top of the page which says, I am not allowed to sell because. Okay, I'm not allowed to sell because, and then write down 15 reasons. Let your subconscious mind flow here. Don't be very rational while writing these reasons. It could be absurd. It could literally be an absurd reasons, like I'm not allowed to sell because I'm overweight. I'm not able to sell because I'm too young to sell. Or could be something very absurd and bullshit. It could be really simple and absurd at the same time, but still jot down the reasons why you are not allowed to sell. Okay? These are the ingrained beliefs, like the beliefs that I've just shared with you. These are some of the limiting beliefs that you have been holding on to unconsciously, and you need to work on them. I will tell you how can you work on them shortly. The third one is you need to write down why is it important. Why is it important for you to sell? The intention is really important. You can never do something with persistence if it is not important to you, okay? You can never do something continuously, consistently, if that is not important to you. You need to write down why you do the job that you do. Why do you want to win the current deal that you're trying to close? Or why you want to reach out to a new prospect? These are some of the prompts that I have given you just now, that you need to take and write about them in your journal. You could do it daily, you could do it weekly, as it comforts you. And now moving on to, let me, before moving on to the further parts of this video, let me tell you that each one of these, when you will write down, you will get more and more clear about the reasons why you were not yet being able to sell. Okay, and this is really, really powerful stuff. Now let's move on to reframing. This is again a mindset shifting technique which really works miracles. If you're thinking that I am probably not going to win this deal, if this is your constant thought or your belief, replace it with how can I win this deal, and write down few points there. How can I win this deal, or what can I do differently to ensure I achieve the outcome I am looking for? Like, literally ask yourself this question whenever a negative thought comes to you in your mind about your sales or about your business. Replace it with a powerful question. This is what is called reframing, and this is really powerful. Ask yourself, what can you do differently, or how can you win this deal, or how can you close this sale, or how can you win more prospects, right? The third one is embodying. Embodying is getting into the shoes of somebody. Okay, you need to feel like them, you need to hear what they will hear, you need to see how they will see things. It's basically like living or seeing life from their perspective. I want you to embody two things, two people actually. One is your client, and second is your ideal self. Your ideal self, the one who is very much confident at sales, who is a very good business person, okay, who is an amazing entrepreneur for that matter. So the first one is your client. Now, when you embody your client, literally close your eyes and see life from their perspective. What is it that they need? What are their pain points? And what are their struggles in day-to-day life? What are their values? Who would they buy from? Who is somebody who can sell to them? Now you are embodying your client. What is it that if somebody says to you, you would buy from them? This exact thing you need to incorporate in your message, in how you talk to them, and in how you create your content. Alright? Now when you're embodying your ideal self, you need to act like one. You need to act like your $1 million business owner who has already achieved their goals, and notice what is the difference between the current you and your ideal self. What is the difference between your and your ideal self's behavior? And slowly and gradually, each and every day, work on those points. So let's say if they're more confident, you need to work towards that. If they're more assertive, you need to start working upon that. You need to embody your ideal self and start working upon those lines, right? Now the fourth one and the last one for today is anchoring. You need to create an anchor for a state of confidence. Now what is an anchor? Anchor is basically a point which involves a body touch, a touch on your body, and links it to your mental pathways. Alright, so I'll just quickly tell you how can you create an anchor for yourself. Now whenever you're feeling less confident, you can use this anchor to get into the state of confidence. You could use this to boost your sales, to get to be more assertive while you are selling. Now what do you need to do to create this anchor is close your eyes and think of an event from your past where you were completely confident, where you were actually immensely confident. It could be while doing a very simple task as eating. You were confident while eating. You were tying your shoelaces or something very simple where you were entirely confident. Okay. Now you need to get there and see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt. Like completely dwell into that feeling and start living that event all over again, like it is happening right now. Now, once you're there, choose a point on your body where you can touch to get into this state again. I usually do it with my knuckles. So this is a anchor for abundance for me. This is an anchor for love for me. Like you could choose something like this and you could touch there. Once you are deep into that state where you were completely confident, press your knuckle. Keep it pressed until the state starts to disappear. Alright? Once the state starts to fade away, release your anchor. Do it a couple of times. You can stack your anchor. Just keep pressing here and release it once the state starts to fade. Alright? And you have a ready access, a ready button which you can press to get into that state of confidence. Try it and also let me know in the comment section below, how does this work for you? Now I have a lot of amazing free gifts for all of you on my website, which you can use to boost your sales and of course grow your business. If you're somebody who is really looking forward to free gifts and free resources which you can use to grow your business, the link is in the description below. I have mentioned all of the free resources there. Take a look and have an amazing day ahead. Love and freedom from my side.